and something she got tired of she said she got tired of having the conversation because you will come tell her something and say, oh, this, and she would give you an advice, and you would say, okay, yes, I'm going with this advice, and like for 2 days it's like, okay, you're cool. Then on the third day you go back and do the same thing, and you get hurt, and you come back and tell her the same thing. She advises you again. So it was like a repetitive loop.
You want to say something quickly?
Yeah, for me, at some point, I and also had a conversation after, I think it was the last Saturday night party. We had a conversation regarding Dorathy and Nengi. And right now, sitting here, I regret that conversation.
She added to it.
Yeah, I regret the conversation. Watching from outside.
What was the conversation?
Okay, I was like, Nengi is just playing the game, because the first relationship between her and Prince was absolutely beautiful, and then
You were rooting for them.
yes, I was shipping them actually. I loved the speech from Prince's birthday and everything, so it was beautiful. And then I noticed some moves and all that. I had a conversation with Prince. Prince was my friend, and he made a statement. He said, I'm giving her 2 days. If she continues flirting around all the guys, I'm going to take her work. And he did that. And after that, she went on to also. But that's, by the way, outside the house, the last Saturday night party, we're all lodged in a hotel. Also came to my room. He was very down.
Yeah.
He was absolutely very down.
What's going on here? Okay, sorry. Am I jumping again?
Can I?
Yes, please.
Okay, also was very down.
Okay.
He kept on going on how his family, his fans, and everybody was disappointed in him. The way he was just following Nengi on her round, that he didn't have time to sell himself and all that, that he needed revenge. He wanted to make Nengi jealous. He wanted me to help him make Nengi jealous. And I was like, I don't think I am the right person to use me to achieve this sort of stuff.
This was the final party.
The final,
the
yeah,
all-white party.
the all-white party.
Okay, legendary.
Even the picture he took that day, he posted, I took it. I was the one that took the picture.
Okay.
So, but when we're leaving, I told him in the car, okay, I think I'm up for this. Let's do this. We're all in the same car together. And we did it. He didn't talk to Nengi. I danced with him.
Well, you were not supposed to talk to the housemates though. So
yeah, but he didn't give no, yeah.
Okay, so I think at this point,
I'm not done.
There always comes a point where
Also,
you can't let
I am
someone.
not done.
It can't be a he said, she said situation. Now, one thing every person knows
At
from me.
least Eric was in
Eric
my
was in the
room.
room.
Eric
Eric came in
saw
the room.
you.
There's
You were literally in my room all through. You only left when you went to your room to change. And after the party, you still came to my room.
I was in the room after the party. Are you alright?
Hey, you were in my room after the
Are
party.
you alright?
Prince was there as well. You were in my room after the party.
Do not talk over me, would you?
Also, were you not in my room? You want to lie?
No, hold on.
You want to lie?
Do not talk over me. Do not talk over me.
I don't lie. I don't lie. I just said the fact. You were never in love with Nengi. You were never in love with Nengi. You were either in love with Dorathy. You were just playing the game. So all this thing that's happening, I'm not up for that.
Okay, so you know one thing I'll never stand for is someone to say something that I didn't say. Now the sad reality of this whole thing is it's almost like a he said she said situation. And what I'm saying it is I would never be petty to say that what I want to do is to go into the house and make them jealous. The whole time throughout my media round, my statement was always the same thing. Every media round for me almost felt repetitive because I just kept saying, this is who I'm in love with, regardless of what you guys may think of what my stay in the house was. And I didn't feel like I didn't sell myself. So getting on the show, I always felt it's a reality TV show. I know it gives you a platform to achieve what you want to achieve in life. I've always wanted to work in sports. And then I was like, okay, I'll go on this show. Went on the show. So coming out of the house, seeing how much of the following I got, I was so happy and impressed with it. So I would never make that statement.
So what happened with that room situation?
So in the room, so I just came, so I was the first person to come to check into the hotel. So I was like, oh, who else has already checked in? So only Ka3na has come. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I went to the room, I was like, gee, you know, I actually put you up for nominations and stuff. She was like, that's fine, whatever stuff. We were in the room together. Eric came in, we said we all made she made like a snap or something or Instagram story. Eric came in, we did the same thing. It was all three of us. I was like, okay, cool, boom. We're going to go get ready for the show. We got to the show, got prepped for the show, and got told that we already knew who the winner was going to be. So we said, okay, don't try and interact
But you
with
didn't say anything about your family and your fans not being happy with you in the room. No, you're jumping the gun right now. You're already talking about the party.
Because I never made that statement because I was so happy with myself, with my experience in the house. I now went into the into the party. Now Nengi will attest to this. Once the housemates came in, it was Kid and I like that to do the whole freeze thing. Nengi came into the party room. I gave Nengi a toast. Now, after Nengi came back in, I was asking me like, how are you? How's everything going? Because I didn't want to interact with everyone, following the letter of the law. I was like, yeah, I'm fine, like everything is fine. Now, Nengi's situation after the party was simply down to the fact that she knows how both of us are like whenever we're in the same space. But I didn't interact with her the way we normally would. So she obviously at that point, she didn't know that we were not meant to talk to the housemates that were still in the house. Neo was my friend, yeah? So I just went a few times, we did like the jump up stuff where when Eric came and they played like one of Burna Boy songs. And that was it. I barely interacted with anyone that was there in the class. Do you get? So coming out here now to say that I told you that I wanted to make Nengi jealous. What in God's name am I making Nengi jealous for? When at the end of the day, on the day of the finale, who was I with at the day of the finale? I was still with Nengi. So